Jacksonville, Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. The Gators able to escape the last time these two met, winning a tight one.
Well, they needed great leadership late in the game. They got it from the quarterback position. They got it from defense. And that's always one thing you know about this one, David. Your leaders in the locker room, this is the game that they need to step up and really take ownership.
And they know it. They felt it from their coaches. They know how much this rivalry matters. Such a cool look at the stadium. Half blue and orange, half red and black. This game is always so cool and so unique, located here in Jacksonville.
Wants to fire on second down. The screen, he can go. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give on the inside. Powers through the defender. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Fires to the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Swings it out to the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The screen, he's got wheels. The defense wouldn't let him loose it. Even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's loose. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line. And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Gator. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Power football with the run. At the 45 on his way. Lots of running room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback snake. I didn't get it. I called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. I called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to run it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside the 10, here he comes. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Send the tight end in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He's got the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Defense in press coverage. Here comes the heat. Got his man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Terry. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
Throws toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Connors. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to swing it on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the... There he goes! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Gators are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Connors. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got the back over the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? But a little time, lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. He wants it all. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Oklahoma State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Boone Pickens Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Finds the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Unleashes it on the run. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quick strike complete. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. The Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. looking to fire. Rushes on him. Fires on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Throws to the tight end. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Gators will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He takes it at the 45. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. To the air on 1st down. Complete to the left. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. Offense in a bunch formation. Off the RPO, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
To the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Got his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They hope to push this edge out to a field goal. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He now has 108 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll try to snap it quickly. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. After run, now throw. Catch in the middle, it's Connors. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll try it over the left side.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Connors. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll start the return inside his... He smashes his way through again. And the returner will be knocked down. His drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And obviously the offense is in a difficult position here, and you're asking a lot from them. You're down by a touchdown, not a lot of time on the clock, deep in your own end, but this is something that you're trained for. Coaches always put their offense in this situation in practice leading up to the big game. It takes timing, it takes execution, but that is something this offense is ready to do.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Glasses will be raised across the Sunshine State, a toast to the Florida Gators who take down Georgia in this rivalry game. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.